Hi, everyone. My name is Ayele Shakur. I'm the CEO of Build.org, and welcome to our instructional video for Campus Without Walls. The purpose of this video is to help our facilitating teachers understand more about our Campus Without Walls initiative and how you can get involved as a facilitating teacher and why you should hopefully join us. Our initiative is led by a number of partners. Again, I'm with Build, and we are also working closely with the Boston Public Schools, with Eva Mitchell and Dr. Lindsay McIntyre, as well as with the Boston Opportunity Agenda led by Kristen McSwain. We hope before you dive into this instructional video that you will also take 3 minutes to watch our Campus Without Walls intro video and to review our course catalog. So why should you become a facilitating teacher for Campus Without Walls? Well, there are a number of reasons. First, we think this is a wonderful resource for teachers. It's a way for you to help boost engagement with the young people that you serve by providing them with a highly enriching, culturally responsive, project-based content that's based on wonderful thematic units brought to you by our lead teachers. You'll also be part of a fun professional learning community with other teachers across the city, and you can boost your own skills in project-based learning and get a fun introduction to new lesson plans and thematic units that are being covered through our pilot. You can also bring an anti-racist, decolonized curriculum into your classroom, and you and your students get to interact with great teachers and students from all across the city. So here's how it works. A Campus Without Walls is a framework that leverages public schools and the power of technology to reimagine schooling to promote greater equity, access, opportunity, and liberation for students of color from underserved communities. As you see in that colorful wheel, there's a number of features to Campus Without Walls. One is the idea of learning anytime, anywhere. So learning is happening at home, in school, in community, and online. The other idea is student voice and agency, where young people get to dive into classes that interest them most and that tap into their own passions and interests. There's also a liberated, decolonized curriculum that's focused on issues of race and identity and social justice and power. And these courses are designed to help young people develop a liberated mindset focused on community engagement, wealth building, financial literacy, social emotional learning, all the wonderful tools that young people need to be successful in life and to be powerful leaders in their communities. We are also really bringing together a whole community where the community is the platform, technology is just the tool. We're really opening up access to learning all across the city by bringing together great teachers, university partners, corporate partners, and employers together with our community-based organization for all the wonderful ways where learning takes place. And then there's the idea of opening access. And so young people would be able to access courses regardless of the school to which they're assigned. And so those are the various tenets that you see outlined here in our Campus Without Walls framework. And again, if you watch the video, we talk more about this in that overview. And so here's how it actually looks in practice. In this particular example, we have a lead teacher who's teaching a math class at Fenway High, and we have facilitating teachers from Excel High and the Burke High. These teachers and their students are all part of a professional learning community. The lead teacher at Fenway High, who's a math teacher, is opening up their class through the power of technology. So they're still teaching their own students at Fenway High, but now you as a facilitating teacher can join in on that master class. The facilitating teachers are still responsible for their own students. What happens here is when the lead teacher starts the class, they kick off the lesson, they introduce the project, they're in charge of all of the lesson planning and engagement. But a lot of this work, because it's project-based, a lot of the magic happens as students are moving into the breakout rooms with their own teachers, as well as with the trained volunteers that we're bringing to the program. Now, we are bringing trained volunteers from Northeastern University School of Communications, as well as from local employers all across the city. So you'll have volunteers that have expertise in math and science and language and English people who are using those same skills in their day jobs. So you're able to bring this career connected learning into the classroom. Our lead teachers receive a stipend for their participation, and our facilitating teachers receive great content and also get PDP points through the Office of Academics. Here are the partners for Campus Without Walls. We have 14 confirmed partners, all of them representing district schools right here in the Boston Public Schools, as well as some of our charter schools in the city of Boston and parochial schools. And then we also have one private school that will be joining the pilot as well. We also have the wonderful lead teachers, over 15 of them, again, representing history and humanities, English language arts, foreign languages, math, and electives. We don't have science teachers right now, unfortunately, for our spring pilot, but when we launch in the fall, we definitely plan to have science teachers represented. In addition, we have 13 community partners who are providing additional courses that you'll see in the course catalog. Now, these are all mini classes that you can pull into your lessons, into your classes with your students. Think of it as going on a virtual field trip. And so each of these community partners has their own instructor who will be leading this highly engaging, interactive, project-based activity for your young people to participate in. All you need to do is sign up for these classes. You'll notice in the course catalog, there's no actual days and times. That's because we will match these community partner offerings with your actual class day and time. And when possible, you'll be able to do this class live with your students. And if it doesn't match up for your particular class, in those instances, you'll be able to download the content and bring it into your class asynchronously. And here is our tech partner, outschool.org. They are powering up the Campus Without Walls by opening up their tech platform to all of us. And so through this partnership with OutSchool, in addition to all of those lead classes taught by teachers teaching core content, and in addition to the community partners and all of their wonderful classes, we'll also have access to over 90,000 classes taught by great teachers live all across the country through the outschool.org platform. You'll receive more information about that. Those classes are all completely optional, but it's just an additional resource. So what do we need to do next to prepare to launch on April 5th? Well, the first thing to do is for you to select your master class. Select the classes that you and your students are most interested in. So you'll review that course catalog, and then you'll register online to sign up for the classes you want. Our Campus Without Walls director, Jasmine Toussaint, will handle everything from there. Once you've registered, she will contact you. We'll do some matchmaking based on the days and times that your class actually meets with your students, and we'll do our best to match you with one of those master classes from the lead teachers as well as our community partners. You'll be able to join those classes two ways, either live with your students, where we can make the schedules line up, or you can download it asynchronously by pulling the recorded class into your classroom with you. The teacher has a key role to play in order to make this all work and come together seamlessly. They will record a weekly message for all of our facilitating teachers that outlines their plans for the week. They will also share any lesson plans or PowerPoints with you as a facilitating teacher. You'll get that about 48 hours in advance. They will also have a meeting that happens one time before the course launches. You'll have a chance to be in a meeting with that lead teacher to hear more about the class, to get a real understanding of how the class will run, any sort of materials or so forth that might be needed. So you'll have that chance to meet before the classes begin. And we're thinking that there'll be like a bi-weekly check-in thereafter, just for you to have a scheduled time when you can touch base with that lead teacher about the lesson plans. And that lead teacher will be available to you by phone or by email for any questions that you have as they arise. If you're wondering how we selected our lead teachers, they all went through a rigorous screening and selection process that was led by the Teachers Lab. And the criteria that we were looking for were highly engaging, culturally responsive teachers that know how to translate their lessons online and who can do it in a really engaging, project-based, and culturally responsive way. Plus, all of our teachers were fully bought in to the idea of social justice and liberated learning and committed to the ideas of using an anti-racist, decolonized curriculum. And so that's basically it. As a quick recap, we hope that all of you watching this video will get involved, that you will be part of our Campus Without Walls initiative as we launch this spring. The steps are easy. So step one, just review the course catalog and choose the classes that interest you and your students. So let your students be part of this selection process as well, because we want to make sure that you're choosing courses that interest everyone and that bring the learning to life. And then you'll register for those classes using that quick online registration form. It's a very simple process to register. It takes about maybe less than 5 minutes to register for the classes you and your student want. And then step three, join us, because together we can reimagine public education during COVID and beyond. I hope to see you soon. Thank you.